They are going back to COVID conspiracies. Donald Trump, swollen and disheveled in his rant of 31 videos yesterday, did one video about supposedly forthcoming COVID lockdowns. Trump is not the only one who is pushing the COVID lockdowns in September conspiracy theory. Again, I want to remind you, as we talked about on the bonus show, I believe there's one medical and one educational institution that started masking policy again because of the surge that's taking place. And Republicans immediately said there are secret plans from Joe Biden and others in order to win in November of 2024 to start a, quote, lockdown in September of 2023. There's no evidence of this, but here is Trump pushing the conspiracy.
The left-wing lunatics are trying very hard to bring back COVID lockdowns and mandates with all of their sudden fear-mongering about the new variants that are coming. Gee whiz, you know what else is coming? An election. They want to restart the COVID hysteria so they can justify more lockdowns, more censorship, more illegal drop boxes, more mail-in ballots, and trillions of dollars in payoffs to their political allies heading into the 2024 election. Does that sound familiar? These are bad people. These are sick people we're dealing with.
Now, I know many of you are already saying, David, these are all lies. Trump is the one who locked stuff down. But let's let him finish. Let him finish.
But to every COVID tyrant who wants to take away our freedom, hear these words: we will not comply. So don't even think about it. We will not shut down our schools. We will not accept your lockdowns. We will not abide by your mask mandates. And we will not tolerate your vaccine mandates.
Wow.
They rigged the 2020 election, and now they're trying to do the same thing all over again by rigging the most important election in the history of our country, the 2024 election. Even if it means trying to bring back COVID. But they will fail because we will not let it happen. When I'm back in the White House, I will use every available authority to cut federal funding to any school, college, airline, or public transportation system that imposes a mask mandate or a vaccine mandate.
All right. So listen, first of all, we really didn't have lockdowns in the United States. Now, I know some people say, well, when the schools were closed and you couldn't do indoor dining, it was effectively a lockdown. Look at other countries, okay? The U.S. never had lockdowns. But to the extent that what we had was a lockdown, it happened under Trump. It happened under Trump. When Joe Biden became president, things only opened more and more. The lockdowns Trump says we had were put in place by Trump or by governors when Trump was president, both Republicans and Democrats. So there's the absurdity of you're going to start lockdowns in September of 2023 to win an election in November of 2024. That seems weird. I also don't know how it helps you. If the country is against so-called lockdowns, why would Biden locking things down help him win? It doesn't make any sense. But more importantly, Trump's the guy that we had the so-called lockdowns under. And now he's saying we won't allow it. Well, you're the guy who did it. It makes no sense. Now, let's take this as an opportunity to talk about what is true. Hospitalizations for COVID are up, and they're up because cases are up. Hospitalizations are a percentage of cases. Cases go up. In general, hospitalizations go up. Okay, that's going on. There is a new variant. We do not have evidence at this time that the new variant is more deadly. Could it be? Maybe. At this point, we don't have evidence that the new variant is more deadly. We don't have evidence at this time that the new variant causes more serious disease. There are some early reports that the symptoms are different under this new variant. Some are talking about vomiting, which historically was not a COVID symptom. There are more reports anecdotally of vomiting with this newest variant. Whether it's more than just anecdotal still remains to be seen. It is absolutely true that this new variant seems very good at getting around immunity from prior infections of other variants. The more recently you were previously infected, the more protected you are against the new variant. The new variant is a sort of descendant of Omicron. So if you were, infected longer ago, you're going to have less protection for sure. It is believed that the new COVID boosters, which will be widely available seemingly in a few weeks, if not at the most a month, it seems that that new booster will be effective in terms of preventing a serious illness and death against this newest variant, much more so than the old vaccines. We're still gathering data on that. It's also true that if you are immunocompromised and you don't want to take any risk, then you should be doing whatever is advisable for you to avoid getting COVID. That's been the case for a while, and that's going to continue being the case. As to Trump and other Republicans fear mongering about impending lockdowns or Democrats bringing back COVID in order to win an election, first of all, there is no sign at this time that any so-called lockdowns are coming. To the extent we ever had them, this country never actually locked down. If you consider having to get takeout and your kids being home from school a lockdown, well, just remember that that happened under Donald Trump, not under Joe Biden.